Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today, Tapping with Terry. Today I want to talk about the other people in the classroom. Yes, I'm usually talking about the students and the anxiety the students have, whether it be for their test or their peers, their friends, their bullies, however there is. But what about the teachers? This is an extremely stressful occupation. It's right up there actually in statistics with the level of healthcare providers and nurses, which we know has an extreme high level of stress. Now you add all the other dynamics that goes with the classroom in addition to trying to have calm and focused and giving new education, new material to all the diverse amount of students. You also still have the teacher still has all their own personal agenda that they have to deal with, commitments, times of reviews. They have evaluations. They have maybe a difficult parent that they sometimes have to deal with, or say a difficult student that can be a little more challenging as they're trying to teach their lessons. And perhaps they have things going on in their personal life at home with their own personal children or their family. All of these things make up our energy. All those thoughts and worries and things, they just kind of carry with us, kind of like a shadow about us. We're putting the smile and thinking all good and like, okay, everyone, get in your seats. We're going to go over this lesson today. We're all excited. But inside there's this gnaw that creates a weakening, I like to say, a dis-ease. It basically creates like an interference of our energy. You know, when we feel good, it's like we're energy up. And then when we're not feeling so good about ourselves usually, or worrying, or afraid of maybe an evaluation coming up, or anything, the many things that teachers have to deal with, all creates that dis-ease in their body. They're more apt to have sick days, even if they can. Even there's a shortage of even substitute teachers anymore for the teachers. It's a lot of pressure on them. So what can you do? Let's get down to it. What can happen? Well, if the students, if it helps, if prime tapping helps the students focus, listen, and engage, then who better than the teacher to be using prime tapping to focus, listen, and engage? Be able to focus on the students, focus with our lesson plan instead of drifting our mind off into our other issues of fear or things that we're thinking about for the day. And we're able to listen to the students and what they're sharing just as much as the students listening to you. You're able to hear them and what is it that they are sharing. And hear and feel them, really. You can feel if they are having more of an uneasiness about a particular lesson or test they have, or if their class is more like pretty much energy up and feeling excited. You know that as a teacher. Well, have your space in a clear, confident, focused space, and you will have a clear, confident classroom of students to teach, and your day will just go along a lot more empowered and feeling good. And so how do you do this? Well, you can tap for yourself that day. Some like to do it literally while they're in the car. People that tap regularly, they're noticing their anxiety as they're amping up through traffic and that sort. But I like to do it first thing in the morning as before, I guess, you know, there's many people will meditate. I call it kind of like a meditative tapping, where I have myself a moment to take a couple deep breaths, and I'm thinking about my day and what I want to create. I'm also thinking about maybe that little monkey mind, that little fear and anxiety that's kind of talking to me about, oh, I've got this pressure I have to get done today, this evaluation. So then this is when right there in your nice meditation, you take a breath. Now I like to do a couple. And I like to start tapping on the side of the hand because this way, this helps for what they call a psychological reversal. Big word for really saying perhaps you don't really feel the way you're thinking. Maybe you're not congruent with your thinking. Maybe your monkey mind's telling you one thing and your conscious mind and your subconscious is all apart at each other, like kind of like, you know, how you see in the movies, they'll have like the devil and the angel on each side. You're just not feeling exactly right with what you're saying as far as I want to feel great today. Maybe there's a piece of you that's just out of sync. So you start here, and this is why you like to start and say your contrast. You state how you're feeling about your day. I'm worried about my evaluation. It's very important, and how the students will take my new lesson plan, receive my new lesson plan, or whatever your words are. You know your project that you have. And then that's your worry, that's your fear. And then take your next statement all the time while you're tapping here on the side of the hand. You're waking up that meridian endpoint, communicating to the brain, sending that calming signal, getting it through your body on a cellular level as you're tapping. And now you're going to state how good you want to feel. So even though I'm afraid of my lesson plan not being well received, I choose to feel good about what I've designed for the class and being well received. And state that. Let's do that again. You can use your words, but even though, state what you will have, even though I'm afraid, even though I'm concerned, whatever events you have going on this day in the class, say, now empower yourself and give yourself what you want to feel. I want to feel. I do feel. I feel good about my lesson plan. I feel confident about the results of my evaluation today. And after you've said that, now let's go through the points. Eyebrow. You're afraid your lesson plan might not be well received. And when your principal comes through for evaluation, might not be your best. I'm so afraid of the results of how my lesson plan will be received. I'm afraid. I have concerns that it won't be received as well as I have imagined it. I know this feels good. I've worked hard on it. I know this plan is a good plan for the students. And you go through the next point on the chin. State maybe your fear about the evaluation, just about that. This evaluation is so important to me. I really don't want any bad marks. And then on the collarbone, I'm concerned about this principal in the evaluation. I really want him to like it. And then under the arm. I really feel good about my lesson plan. I did a lot of work with it. It's a pretty good one. And I think it feels great. Top of head. I love what I designed this year. I like my layout for this school year. Everything is really feeling good. And you know, the new principal is a really great person. I love working with the new class this year. Take a breath. And you'll notice that I just did one round through those points. If you want to continue tapping, please do. But you get the gist that now you can choose to walk in and feel good in your class. In fact, I like to take my hand and hold my wrist and say, "Peace, I love you. I love you." Because I really do. I really do love myself for stepping up and trying. And it feels good to feel good about ourselves. You teachers work very hard in these classrooms, managing their students, managing all the many things, all the many spinning plates that they have to manage. And you have everything when you have done tapping. Take your breath. And today I feel good. Today I've got this. It's going to be a great day. Now, let me give you a little tip. If during the day you come into the class and let's just say you've got little Johnny that's being a little challenging that day, and as you're noticing, things are going to be coming on board today, this is when you now can choose to tap, feel good. You can even choose to tap with the students. So that we can focus and listen today for our new lesson that's so exciting, so we can be eager to learn our new lesson today. It's always fun and exciting to learn new things. Let's do some tapping. Just tap with the students, one tap round. They'll feel good. You'll feel good. It's a win-win. And now you've got an ace all for your class. Feels great. I hope that helped you some, and take care.